It's Week 17 of the NFL, and we've got the Dolphins, leader at quarterback. He's fourth in the NFL in passing touchdowns this season. It's the Dolphins and the Jets, and it comes your way next.
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here, and now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
I think we could give them a pass from last week because they still found a way to win, and that's the ultimate job of a quarterback. But those interceptions, that's not what we're used to seeing out of him week to week. The 2 touchdowns, though, well, that's the bar he wants to hit each and every time out, and when he gets there, usually good things follow.
And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. Could not beat the defender there. And it sets up second down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Looking for a throw here. Finds him on the crossing route. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Dropping back to throw. It is caught left side. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now, it's starting with 6 as they come up on it, 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Has it down close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Looking to the air here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And they'll be let out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team as a young quarterback, you want the game to slow down. And the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out.
Throwing from the gun here. Completed to his running back. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hand off to the back. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Dolphins got it! And Miami returns this to the end zone. Touchdown! The Dolphins pull out in front further, 13-zip. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Jets and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 3rd down.
Following the flag, it's 3rd and 7. They motion the tight end over. Throw on 3rd down. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Pass play now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
This dude is putting together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
Offense to the line for second down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Another carry for him. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. They stop him just short and force a 4th and 1. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
The goal of running that drag to him for at least a minimal gain was space to add after that. Picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down. Back-to-back carries here. And he found some running room for a nice gain. There on the tackle, the rookie out of Auburn. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. Here's a throw. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He's still going at the 30. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Our score, 14-0. More from MetLife coming right up. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
2nd and 10 now. Hauled in left side. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Always a point of emphasis, right? Protecting the quarterbacks, and that play is going to draw the flag every time. Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 20-zip lead. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Man in motion headed right. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Brought in right side. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
One of the tight ends in motion left. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. This one goes for 3 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds him on the slant. And they bring him down. Looks like he got into the 27. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the Dolphins' 27-yard line.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Pass play coming here. Throw left side, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Brings up 3rd and
2. Lone back gets the handoff. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Finds the in route, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Here he goes on the bootleg. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be second down. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. They'll send him up the middle. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal. Throwing now from the gun. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Jets get it back to a 14-point game. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Dolphins headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. They give it to him again. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Diving right side. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Throwing from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And it's the same as a touchback here. This one down right at the 20-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Catch made over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. The Jets take their first time out. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Back to throw now. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 38. Cut by the open man. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. They kick the running back in motion. McMillan hauls it in. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. Has it down close. And he takes it down to the 2, but no touchdown yet. He's out of bounds. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. They'll throw it again. Touchdown, New York! Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Returnable from the 2. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our 1st half. Not everyone's a fan of the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll keep our focus right here. Let's get back to football with the start of the 2nd half. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. Return starts at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Jets are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the 2nd half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this 2nd half.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. The give now out of the shotgun. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 31. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They're throwing it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. They'll try and throw it here. It is caught left side. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Trying to work quickly now. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Jets get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. There are costly interceptions.
Another game where I'm being pushed
and
right
then
completely
there
off
are
of my routes
interceptions
constantly.
Inside the
Constantly.
red zone in the
The defenders just hit my fucking. Look at this. He's all clumped up.
And
They're
if
just
there
hitting my
is
fucking
ever
players
a
while they're
time
running the
where ball
routes.
security is paramount, it is right now.
That guy ran way too deep because he got hit and pushed right off the bat, right out of his route.
But as a quarterback, you
So when I'm throwing a
cannot
timing route, he's
risk
not
a
there because
turnover.
he's being knocked
It's
all over the
touchdown, it's
fucking
check down,
place.
it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
It's a sad thing when there's more fucking interceptions in all of these games than there are pass interference calls. Because there's pass interference on almost every fucking play. My receiver's going out and he's getting hit in his route, he's getting knocked around, he's getting fucking hit all over the place. But you know what? No, it's okay to have 6 fucking picks every game, because that's realistic. I can't remember the last time I saw like 4 interceptions in an NFL game. It happens all the time in this game.
This one does not go far. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
19-yard line.
They'll run the counter. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back him up.
Delay of game. Offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Throwing on 2nd and 13. Hits him on the in route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They'll throw it. Dump off caught by his back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Caught quickly on the slant. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Receiver in motion, headed right. The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game. Offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. After the flag, they've got 3rd and 9 to figure out. He'll look to throw. That's a catch. Looks like he's in bounds. Good effort, but still short of the 1st. They'll bring out the punter here. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Got 44 yards on his 1st kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. The Dolphins back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it inside the 10. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take a 13-point lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The offense returning. As we get a look at their wideouts. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Simple dive up the middle. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He's going to throw this one. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. Trying to find his tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Setting up a throw. Cut out left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. New set of downs for him from the 46. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Brings it in at the 12. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Miami offense headed out there now. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. Trying to force one through there. And now it's 2nd down. Back to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And following the play, we've got a break in the action as the trainers head out. They had a man hurt on the play, and hopefully this doesn't affect his availability for the playoffs. On first down, they'll run. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Miami. New set of downs for him from the 46. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Three quarters in the books from this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Second and 6 coming up here. From midfield now. Finds his man over the middle. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing them.
And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down here at the 16. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. All set up now for 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. They'll try and punch it in. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. They give it to him up the middle. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Another carry for him. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
Big man up front said, "Not in my house." Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's caught behind the line for a lot. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Back to throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Punting unit out now. And they could really use a good one here. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. Fair catch is made, a yard or two short of midfield. The Dolphins and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you can see with just this and one more game remaining this season, he's leading the league in rushing touchdowns. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Going to the ground again on first. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. They motion a receiver left. From the 30 on 2nd down. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. He's got it deep downfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins have likely locked up the win right there. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it.
No change to the call in the field. That play's going to remain a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. The Dolphins have their kickoff team out as they kick it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now here comes the New York offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Looking slant route, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. He's got a man left.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
From the 45 on 2nd down. He's got him. That's McMillan. And they make the tackle at the 38. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. He'll throw it yet again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They'll throw it again. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. There he goes on the right side. And it's a pick six as he runs it in for the touchdown. Second time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick six.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get two, it's almost a certainty.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Returning it from the 4. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the number one thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
Man in motion here. Back to the air following the pick six. McMillan hauls it in. And he crosses the sideline. Two beyond, it looks like the 30. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 32. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. New set of downs for him at the 38. Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Jets just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. First down, ball at the 36. Still sticking with the passing game. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. All right, we'll take a brief timeout here for an injured player. Never something you want to see this late in the season. They're going to check him out. Throwing it again here. That's caught at the 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Jets making the scoreboard look a touch better. That one splits the uprights. And the Jets cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Dolphins get on that football. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Back-to-back carries here. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. Well, after that play, training staff is headed out. That's one of their top guys who's shaken up. And they're going to need him back for the upcoming postseason. First down, and they go right back to him. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from New York.